Humanity was almost gone. The last battlestars moved slowly through cold space, their lights dim, their hulls scarred by war. Alien fleets followed them like hunters who knew their prey was tired. The aliens believed this chase was already over. Humans, they thought, had reached the end. Captain John Hale stood on the bridge of the largest battlestar. He did not shout or panic. He simply watched the stars slide past the windows. His face was calm, but his mind was busy. Every loss, every damaged ship, every fallen crew member was a lesson burned into his memory. Around him, the crew worked in silence. No one wasted words. Fear was there, but it did not rule them. These humans had learned how to live with fear and keep moving. Deep inside the ship, engineers crowded into small rooms filled with wires, screens, and broken parts taken from enemy weapons. They were not building something fast or beautiful. They were building something different. The aliens studied numbers, power, and perfect plans. They never studied how humans changed under pressure. Pilot teams trained without rest. They ran battle moves again and again, not from books but from experience. Each pilot knew the others by heart. They learned to trust instinct over orders when time ran out. Mistakes were shared, not hidden. Pain became knowledge. Lieutenant Mark Ellis flew practice missions until his hands shook. He remembered friends who did not return. He flew for them now. Engineer Laura Finch stayed awake for 2 days straight, fixing systems that should not work together. She fixed them anyway. Captain Hale walked through the ship at night. He spoke to crews not as a leader above them but as one of them. He reminded them why they still fought. Not for victory alone but for choice. For the right to decide their own future. The aliens watched from afar and felt sure. Their scans showed weak ships, low numbers, and tired bodies. They did not see the quiet strength growing inside the battlestars. They did not see humans learning faster with every loss. Humanity was wounded but not broken. In the dark of space, something new was being born. Not a weapon of metal but a weapon of will. And when the time came, the aliens would finally understand what they had never prepared for. The end. Commander Mark Reed knew the ambush looked wrong the moment his fleet entered the sector. The stars were too quiet. Space felt empty, like a trap waiting to close. Still, he gave the order to move forward. His ships spread out just as the alien sensors would expect. The alien fleet appeared in seconds. Dozens of ships flashed into view, surrounding the human force. Alien commanders laughed in confidence. To them this was simple math. Fewer human ships. Weaker shields. Old weapons. The outcome was already decided. The first attack hit hard. Human ships shook as energy fire tore through armor. One cruiser lost engines and drifted helplessly. Another exploded in silence. From the outside it looked like panic. Like a mistake made by desperate humans. But inside the human fleet something else was happening. Every ship recorded everything. Weapon timing. Shield patterns. Turn speed. Signal delays. Commander Reed watched the data streams flow across his screen. He did not shout retreat. He ordered his ships to survive as long as they could. Lieutenant Emily Carter flew her fighter through fire and wreckage. Her hands moved without thought. She noticed something strange. The alien ships attacked in perfect lines. Every move followed a rule. When humans broke formation, the aliens hesitated for a second too long. Emily reported what she saw. Others confirmed it. The aliens did not adapt fast. They waited for perfect answers. Humans did not. A damaged frigate suddenly turned straight into enemy fire instead of away from it. The aliens paused, confused by the move. In that pause, 2 fighters slipped through their defense and escaped. The data was saved. Commander Reed ordered a full retreat only after enough information was gathered. Several ships were lost. Lives were lost. The cost was heavy. But the fleet returned with something more valuable than victory. Back aboard the Battlestar, silence filled the command room as reports ended. No one celebrated. They mourned quietly. Then they worked. Emily stood beside engineers and pilots, explaining what she felt during battle, not just what she saw. Fear. Instinct. Risk. The aliens did not feel those things. They did not guess. They calculated. Humanity began to change its plans. They trained pilots to act without orders when needed. They designed movements that made no sense to a machine mind. They prepared to fight not to win cleanly, but to break the enemy's perfect thinking. Far away, alien commanders reviewed the battle and smiled. They saw only human losses and disorder. They did not realize they had just been studied. Humanity had learned another lesson. And this time the aliens would pay for it. The end. The war grew darker with every passing day. The battlestars moved through space like wounded animals, hiding between stars and broken worlds. Supplies were low. Sleep was rare. Every message carried bad news. Many believed humanity was reaching its final hours. Hope did not arrive with a loud weapon or a great victory. It came quietly from a small room deep inside the ship. Dr. Anna Brooks worked there, surrounded by screens, old wires, and handwritten notes. She was not a soldier. She did not command ships or fire weapons. She studied people. How they thought. How they reacted when afraid. How they chose between fear and courage. For months, Anna listened to pilots, engineers, and captains. She asked simple questions. What did you feel before you acted? Why did you ignore the order? Why did you trust your instinct? The answers were never the same, but together they formed a pattern. The aliens used one mind to control many ships. Perfect order. Perfect logic. Humans could not win that way. So Anna helped build something different. The system was not a bomb. It did not fire. It did not glow with power. It connected people. Every ship, every pilot, every commander shared thoughts, memories, and reactions in real time. Not commands but understanding. No single person controlled it. Decisions formed naturally like a group moving together without words. If one pilot sensed danger, others felt it. If one captain chose to risk everything, the system adjusted around that choice. Engineers doubted it at first. Looked messy. Unstable. Alive. The aliens scanned the system when they detected it. Their reports showed nothing special. No high energy. No new weapons. Just human signals mixed together. Useless noise. They could not measure courage. They could not read memory. They did not understand hope. When the system was tested, something changed. Ships reacted faster than before. Pilots avoided traps without knowing why. Commands spread without delay. Loss still hurt, but it no longer broke the fleet apart. Captain John Hale felt it during a small skirmish. He did not give an order, yet his fleet moved perfectly. Later he realized he had trusted others without thinking. And they had trusted him back. For the first time in a long while, people smiled on the Battlestar. Quietly. Carefully. Hope was fragile, but it was real. Humanity had created something the aliens would never expect. Not a weapon of destruction, but a weapon of connection. And soon, the darkness would face something it could not understand. The end. The final battle began near a dying star. Its weak light flickered across broken space, painting everything in red and gold. The last Battlestar drifted near it, damaged but still alive. Around it, alien fleets closed in from every direction. Their formation was perfect. Their victory felt certain. Alien commanders watched their screens in calm silence. The numbers were clear. One human ship. Many alien fleets. There was no need for fear or doubt. On the human bridge, Captain John Hale did not speak. He felt the quiet hum of the ship and the presence of thousands of minds connected together. The system was ready. The aliens fired first. Energy beams struck human armor. Pieces of the Battlestar burned away, but it did not turn or flee. Smaller human ships launched and scattered like sparks from a fire. To the aliens it looked like chaos. Then the human weapon activated. No signal announced it. No command was given. The fleet simply moved. Human ships turned suddenly, not in clean lines but in sharp, strange paths. Fighters flew close to the dying star, using its radiation to hide their signals. Pilots took risks no computer would allow. They trusted feelings, memories, and each other. Lieutenant Emily Carter felt danger before she saw it and rolled her fighter away just in time. Commander Mark Reed changed course without knowing why, and seconds later an alien trap closed where he would have been. Across the fleet, humans acted as one without speaking. The alien systems tried to adjust. Their plans shifted again and again, but every change came too late. They expected fear. They expected retreat. They did not expect instinct. Confusion spread through the alien ranks. Orders conflicted. Ships collided. Perfect timing broke apart. For the first time, alien commanders felt something close to panic. The dying star flared. Human ships used the light and gravity in ways never planned. The Battlestar fired at moments that made no sense, striking key enemy ships by chance and intuition. Humans fought with loss and hope together. When ships fell, the others adapted instantly. Pain became movement. Fear became action. The aliens still had power, but they no longer had control. Near the burning star, humanity did not fight as machines. They fought as people. And the universe watched the balance change. The end. When the battle ended, space grew quiet again. The dying star still burned in the distance, but the sound of war was gone. Wreckage drifted slowly, glowing pieces of ships fading into the dark. The alien fleets were no longer there. Some had fled into deep space. Others floated powerless, their weapons silent, their signals filled with surrender. The last battlestar remained, wounded but alive. Captain John Hale stood on the bridge and looked at the screens. Faces of the crew appeared one by one. Tired, hurt, alive. Some chairs were empty. Those would never be filled again. The victory felt heavy but real. Rescue teams moved through damaged halls. Engineers sealed broken sections. Medics worked without rest. No one cheered. Humans had learned that survival was not loud. Lieutenant Emily Carter removed her helmet and sat quietly in her fighter. Her hands still shook. She thought of friends who did not return. She also thought of the moment when everything changed, when she felt connected to others without words. She knew she had not fought alone. Commander Mark Reed gave orders to secure prisoners and help damaged alien ships. It was not mercy from weakness. It was strength from understanding. Humanity did not need to destroy everything to prove itself. Dr. Anna Brooks watched the system power down slowly. It had done its job. She realized the truth she had always believed. The system was never the weapon. People were. Captain Hale addressed the fleet. His voice was calm and clear. He spoke of loss. He spoke of learning. He spoke of standing together when fear said to fall apart. No long speech was needed. Everyone already understood. The aliens sent one final message before leaving. It was short. It admitted failure. It asked to be remembered. Humanity would remember, but not as victims. As the battlestar turned away from the dying star, new paths opened ahead. The universe was still dangerous. Humans were still small. But they were not finished. They had learned how to change. How to feel. How to stand together when all hope seemed gone. And the universe would never forget that. The end.